Status quo, whatever you want, the very best of status quo. Status Quo were always showbiz, a holiday camp band that wrote and recorded the great psychedelic single Pictures of Matchstick Men, performing on TV in frilly shirts, paisley and bouffant hair. They tried to match this by covering other people's songs like Ice in the Sun and Down the Dustpipe, but were not really taken any more seriously than White Plains or Edison Lighthouse. I liked Down the Dustpipe, but it was the single Paper Plane that turned my head. Fast and catchy, raw and raucous, rock and roll that was easy enough to play for the likes of my teenage band. But sometime before that they had covered the Doors' Roadhouse Blues, and would keep playing that dum-de-dum-de-dum rhythm for years to come. So after the success of Paper Plane, their old record company put out more dum-de-dum-de-dum tracks, and the new record company put out more dum-de-dum-de-dum tracks, and they all sold like hotcakes. Status Quo are criticised for being 3-chord 12-bar merchants, but I think they wrote great catchy pop songs. However, they played them all using that same successful rhythm, making everything instantly recognisable. Roll Over, Lay Down and Caroline, Whatever You Want and Down Down, Heads Down, No Nonsense Boogie and nowhere near as mindless as their detractors claimed. I saw Status Quo headlining the Reading Festival, and I watched as they played the hits and the ones that break down into jigs, and they strode the stage and rocked their guitars up and down in formation. But I decided to leave before the crowd, and as I lay in my sleeping bag I could still hear it going dum-de-dum-de-dum, and the crowd loving it. But that is showbiz, give them what they want. I have heard that they would turn up in suits and change into denim to match the grimy horde of devotees that had waited patiently in fields and stadia for their entrance. Their greatest entrance was to open Live Aid with their cover of John Fogerty's Rocking All Over the World. I have also heard it said that when it became common for bands to use in-ear monitoring, they each had a small mic'd guitar combo, but stood in front of stacks of empty speaker cabinets. Now that is showbiz. When they tried to move away from the boogie, so the original band split. When the band became just the nucleus of Parfit and Rossi, they were able to just be pop stars. This compilation starts with the psychedelia, then covers the heavy years, but then goes on into the period where they seem to be covering anything that fitted their style, making party records like a guitar version of Chaz and Dave. Whatever You Want, Status Quo.